In today's society, we're pretty fast moving. That's kind of how our culture is. We work 8-hour shifts and we really don't do vacations very often. So these sort of things just kind of pile up the stress. And when you know you have to cook 3 meals a day, it just adds to that. And most people just take a meal out, or they take 2 meals out, or they just eat out for every meal. So meal prepping is something we advise everybody try or do. And if people really like cooking, it doesn't distract from that necessarily. It just adds to it because it gives you a full time to cook a meal for about 5 days and prepare it all. And that's what we did here today, is we prepared a nice balanced meal with some protein, carbs, vegetables, and some healthy fats thrown in there as well with some nuts and seeds. So this is a very CrossFit-esque meal, if you will, and it should be anybody's meal, really. It's got your section of protein, your section of carbs, and your section of vegetables. So preparation is going to be so important for your success in nutrition and in life. You don't prepare for something at work, you're going to be left out or fired or whatever, right? Same thing in life. Like, don't fire yourself and prep your meals, all right? This is some of the meal prep that I did today. So I like to prep snacks that are vegetables and fruit. So I have fruit right here, just like a cup and a half of blueberries, all right? And I just eat those when I'm in those bigger breaks, when I can't quite get to some food. So that way I can stabilize that hormonal level a little bit, so I'm not going super long without food. This is the same purpose with these too. These are just some raw vegetables that you see right here. Just combine a nice amount of raw vegetables. Choose whatever raw vegetables you like to eat without adding anything to it. It's nothing fancy. You just open the can and go. So that's kind of the meal prep strategy that I do for snacking. And then the main meal prep here is sweet potatoes combined with a small amount of medley potatoes, and you have pistachios in here. And then we have a mango jalapeno sausage. It's chicken based, and then some green beans and peppers with some pine nuts in there, and everything like the potatoes were cooked in butter, and this was cooked in olive oil. And that's kind of where we get a nice rounded amount of healthy fats in addition to a nice amount of carbs, and then a nice amount of protein. And that's kind of what we want with meal prep, is just balance, just like life. And we don't want too much. This is a good portion for someone like me. I might do a little less for other people, but for the most part, you can have as much veggies as you want. So eat as much veggies as you can. It's never too much. All right, so when you join Principia CrossFit, you're already offered to add this service to your plan. And should you decide to do it, you have a sit down with a coach. It takes about 30 minutes where we do some body composition stuff, as well as look at how you currently eat so that we could try to meet you where you're at. We don't want to just take your food and just completely revamp your lifestyle, because your adherence to that is likely going to be pretty low. So the goal here is make one small change a week, and we check in every week, and we're making sure that we're monitoring you either daily or weekly. If you're coming into the gym really routinely, you're going to get monitored more often, all right? And then if you come in once, twice a week, it's still okay, because every Sunday you're going to get a survey. That survey is going to ask you a bunch of questions that you can easily answer about the previous week and about maybe some of your plans for the next week. And based off of your answers there, based off of your weigh-in on Monday, and based off of some of the food tracking that you've done, we can make a knowledgeable change to your diet that's only going to help and not stress you out too much. So if I see that you're eating 120 grams of sugar a day, I don't want to just take you down to 40 right away, because realistically, are you going to adhere for that for a long period of time? Some individuals, sure, but I would say most of them, no. So what I'll probably do is scale you down to like 80, which is a little more reasonable, and then go down from there. So the next step, it doesn't matter if you're part of the gym already, you've been doing CrossFit for years. If you want performance to increase, or if you want to just feel better in general, it's never too late to start this stuff. And all you have to do is ask a coach. As soon as they hear the words, the coaches are just going to jump at being able to afford this service to you. Because we all want success for everybody in the gym. Every coach is only a coach if they want success for every single person. So if that's the case, you're going to mention it, and we're going to hear your cry for help, and we're going to make sure that we do everything we can to get you where you want to be.